a label on it. I can't is not a word. First point. I'm proof positive. One must have determination, the willpower, the mindset, and the I can do it spirit. Once again, I'm going to persuade you to don't put a label on it. When I was growing up and I lived with my mom, the doctors and she discovered that I had some health-related problems such as scoliosis and neurofibromatosis. They also discovered that I had a learning disability, or what they thought was a learning disability, and I was labeled MMR, which means mildly mentally retarded, and placed in an MMR special education class for mentally mildly retarded children. Later, when I was about 8 years old, the doctors told my mom that I was always going to have the mind of a 5-year-old in front of me. I didn't think much about it then, but later on, it hit me. And I said, you know, I don't have the mind of a 5-year-old. I may act 5 sometimes, but who doesn't? Some of our founding fathers, presidents, and physics scientists also were labeled with some kind of health-related disorder or learning disability, such as dyslexia, or polio, or labeled with some kind of learning disability. That would be George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John F. Kennedy, Theodore Roosevelt, and our physics scientist, Albert Einstein. Then, point 2. Then I met my superhero, my stepmom, my advocate, my superhero, my advocate for life, my stepmom. She saw a lot of potential. She was highly educated and high in education, and she saw that I had a lot of potential and that there was a light on up in my head. So she decided that she wanted to get me tested. Although I didn't score high enough to go to regular education, I did score high enough to get out of the MMR classes, and I was placed in LD classes, where I began to work on my high school equivalency. I did not receive my high school equivalency there. I only received a certificate of completion of high school. That wasn't satisfying enough for me because you can't go anywhere with that. So I went on, because of my stepmom and all the work she put into me and my determination, I went on to pursue my GED in adult education. And that is where I earned my high school equivalency, my GED. Later on in life, I went on, after I had a family and after I raised my son, I decided to take the ultimate challenge, the challenge that my parents and other people thought might be a struggle for me. They didn't say I couldn't do it, they decided it might be a bit of a challenge. But I went on to pursue, and I'm still working on my associates in child development, but I am pursuing my degree in child development. And as you can tell right now, I have a 4-point grade average. I'm on a Pi Beta Kappa Honor Society, and I will be receiving my certificate of mastery and graduating on stage with honors this Friday night. Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh once quoted, "You're braver than you believe, you're stronger than you seem, and you're smarter than you think." Point 3. Remember the keys to success. Don't put a label on it. I can't is not a word. First, must have determination, the willpower, the mindset, and the I can do it spirit. The sky is the limit. George Washington once quoted, 99% of failures come from those who make excuses. And Theodore Roosevelt once quoted, believe you can and you're halfway there. Don't put a label on it. You're the real deal. If I have persuaded you tonight to not put a label on it, I want you to take your label and rip it up. The end. Thank you very much.